Worldwide, she founded the first and only African-American-owned and fully accredited vocational career college in California. 40 College started with 2 students in 1992 and now has proudly served more than 7,000 students who have begun careers in vocational nursing and other careers in the medical field. What started a small vocational school is now going to be a large, successful college on 2 campuses. Could you please give her a welcome? Thank you.
Good morning, how are you doing? Good morning, how are you doing? Okay, it is an honor for me to be here to talk with you. And it's one thing that I do request, almost I require, because I've been educated in school, is that I have your undivided attention. I do have a request that if there's anyone in here who do not wish to hear me, do not wish to pay attention, do not disturb the person sitting next to you. Because someone in this room is going to hear what I have to say, and someone is going to be helped by it. So the first thing I want all of you to do is to participate with me. I want all of you to sit up straight. Straighten your backs up. Work with me, people. Sit up straight. Uncross your legs. Sit up straight. There's a purpose for this. Please, uncross your legs. Sit up straight. Pull your shoulders back. Pull your shoulders back. And pull your head up. Lift your head up. Lift your head up. Listen, this is how you need to walk through life. You need to know where you're going and the direction you're going. You need to let people know that you are present. Do you understand? So when you walk into a room, you need to walk upright with your head up because you have purpose. Every student in this classroom, every student on this campus, you need to understand you have a purpose. You are not here by accident. You're not here sitting, listening to the sound of my voice by accident. You are here because you have made choices in your life. Good, bad, or indifferent, you made a choice. And what I want you to understand, that the choice that you made, the intellectual decision that you made that brought you here is not the outcome of your future. Each and every one of you here need to understand, and I believe this in my heart, as what I tell my students on campus. Each of you, I believe, is a child of God. And I believe that you are intelligent and you are capable of learning. Every one of you, you're intelligent and you are capable of learning anything you want to learn. All you have to do is make a decision that you're going to prepare for this exam your principal just talked about. You have to make a choice that you want to do right. You have to make a choice that you want to do better. You have to make a choice that you're going to walk upright, shoulders back, and head forward because you are walking in your own footsteps of success. Each and every one of you in this room are intelligent. And you have to believe that you are. You are here because you made a choice not to listen, not to go to school, not to do your homework. It was an intelligent, intellectual decision you made. But you need to understand that that decision you made yesterday does not determine where you're going to go tomorrow. Do you understand? It does not determine where you're going to go tomorrow. All of you are juniors right now. I expect each and every one of you to become a senior. You should expect that of yourself, that you will become a senior. Each and every one of you in this room should expect yourself to continue with your education and go to college. Whether you want to be a carpenter, or a doctor, or a teacher, or a plumber, or a nurse, or an astronaut, each of you have desires in your heart. And you need to say that I can. Is there anyone in here who believes they cannot be successful? Each of you are capable of success. But you have to put the desire in your heart to do it. No one in this room should not graduate from this school. Not a one of you. And you need to understand the impact if you choose not to. If you choose not to graduate from high school, you are making a choice that you do not want to have any further education in college. Because colleges today cannot accept students who do not have high school diplomas. The Department of Education will not fund your education if you do not have a high school diploma. You cannot get a grant, you cannot get a loan, you cannot get a gift of funds to go to college if you do not have a high school diploma. So those students who are dropping out of high school are saying, I am making a choice that I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to learn anything else. I don't want to have a skill to develop, to work, to take care of myself. I'm going to quit right here, right now. And you cannot do that. Each of you need to understand there's a future for you. There's nurses, there's doctors, there's teachers, there's astronauts, there's chemists sitting in this room. And I don't want any of you not to reach your goals for success because you limit yourself because you're not willing to prepare for 4-hour exams, which doesn't make any sense. Life is going to continue, and you need to be walking in that life. I want to encourage each of you to walk in your own footpath. There are individuals that I went to school with who did not want to become successful, didn't want to graduate from high school. You know, the kids who said, come on, Linda, let's just school. We don't need to go here today. Screw them. Let's go hang out. I couldn't walk in their footprints. That's the path they wanted to go in. I made a choice. I thought about what would be the worst thing that could happen to me if I did not graduate from high school. What would be the worst? And the worst thing is that I would not have gone to college, and my life would have been very different. The situation that each of you are in, I want you to know that there are thousands of kids that have been in your situation. My daughter, who I had to literally push through high school, graduated with a 1.6 GPA. In her senior year, she went in with a 3.4, and she decided she wasn't going to do anything else. I don't know what happened. She was a teenager. And I had to push her. I had to make her study. I had to check her backpack every day. Go to counseling with her. And when she graduated, I was the proudest parent in that audience because my child had made it through high school. And she thought she was going to sit home and do nothing and live in my house free, and that wasn't going to happen. And I said, no one lives here free. You have to get up and get a job and go to school. And so she enrolled into school and took a nurse assistant program class. And she found her niche. She found a love. She found her passion. And she stayed and completed that course and went on to get her LPN and her RN license. And today she's a nurse at USC Medical Center. I appreciate that because it tells me you're listening. And you need to understand, young people, that the mistakes that you have made in your past does not dictate your future. You've made mistakes. We all have. But that does not determine where you're going to go tomorrow. There are students here who are going to be seniors. All of you should be thinking about where do you want to go to school next. Whether you choose to go to a career college or if you choose to go to one of the JCs or to a university, you have the opportunity to do that. And everyone, you've got to think about where you want to go. So won't you share with me, what are some things that some of you have the secrets in your heart that you haven't had the audacity to speak out? What do you want to do? Anyone will share with me. Don't make me point you out. Okay, you tell me something. I know you're looking at me, so speak up. Tell me, what would you like to do? Next year, 2 to 5 years from now, what do you want to be? Say it out. A nurse. Speak it. Speak it. Say it. Say it. I'll say it to you. I don't have to say it. Say it again. Tell me what you want to be. Did anyone hear her? She said a nurse. Do not be ashamed of what you want to be. Do not be ashamed of what you want to be. Like this young lady is going to tell me what she wants to be. Pretend I'm not here. I'm at a voice. Speak up. Hey, I need your attention. Because this young man is going to shout it out for me, please. Police officer, an architect. I don't know. I'm coming back. You better come on with something. Say it up. Say it now.
I want to be a professional dancer.
That's not what you said. Police officer. They got chance. You don't know. You look like you should be something like that. Businessman. People talking about how to be a businessman. Huh? You don't know? Music director? You said a veterinarian. What I want each of you to understand is that all of you have dreams. Is that correct? And what's your dream? What's your dream? You said that you had. This whole side of the world. An architect. Listen, you guys, all of you have dreams. All of you have desires. You cannot be a police officer, you cannot be an architect, you cannot be a director, you cannot be a nurse. You cannot be these things unless you're willing to graduate from high school. Do you understand? Your future will continue. You need to understand that where you are at 17, 16, 17, 18, you need to start thinking about where you want to be when you're 22, 25. Because you're going to be in college. And your behavior, the things that you're doing that's stopping you from moving forward, you need to focus on. So right now, I need everyone to come back and be centered. Fellas, young ladies, make a decision to listen, please. Make a decision, because I talked to you about choices. Each of you can make a choice to listen to me and be respectful, or you can make a choice that you don't want to and you will not be. But that's what I'm talking about. Each of you are intellectual and capable of making decisions. And those who are listening made a choice that they're going to stop talking and listen. And those who are not are making a decision that they don't care, and they're going to disturb those who are sitting next to them because they want to draw you in with that negativity. They don't want to learn and listen, and they don't want you either. And when people are pulling you down the well and you know that, you need to be strong and say no. Because you need to walk in your own footpath. Do not allow anyone to deter you and take you from the goals and the success in your life because they choose not to be. Do not let anyone deter you and take you down because they choose not to be successful. Those of you who want to be the police officers, the nurses, the directors, the scientists, you have to make sure that you walk in your path. You have to make sure that you are focused and capable of doing everything that you want to do. Take your life seriously, because you're juniors. Tomorrow, you're going to be seniors, and then you're going to be graduates walking into this world as young adults. Make the right choice now, so that tomorrow you will not have a regret. Stay focused. Stay focused. Do the homework. That's all that's required, is do the work. When I was in high school, I was struggling with math and sciences. I was just struggling to get through high school. And I asked one of the seniors, who was a valedictorian that I knew was going to be for the school, and I asked him one question: how did you do it? Because you were so smart. What did you do? And he said, Linda, the only thing that I did that you haven't done is that I did my homework. It was a marvel I did. He said, the teacher give an assignment, I do it. We got a project due next week, I start immediately on it. Most students wait till the night before. I do my work, Linda. He said, that's all I do. I'm not that I'm smarter than you, I simply study and do my work. And so when I went into my senior year, I made a commitment to myself. I wanted to see how easy would it be to get A's. I made a decision that I was going to do every assignment that was given to me by every instructor I had. When I had a project due, I would start on it immediately. So term papers started on Monday, they were due on Friday, I started on mine on Monday. I did everything that I was supposed to do. And in my senior year, I received straight A's and I had 1 B for the entire year. And I walked away saying, that's all I had to do? I could have been doing that for the last 4 or 5 years. And it just set me on a totally different path. You guys in here, every last one of you are capable of making A's. I tell my students when they come to 4D, everyone starts out with an A. All they have to do is maintain it. Just do the work. Read the assignment, do the homework, turn it in on time. You will get a grade. It's when you don't do the work, you don't get the passing grade. And that's something, believe it or not, that I had to learn. Because I wasn't always doing the work. But that one conversation with that student changed my life. Simply do the work. And I started doing the work, and I've been doing the work ever since. It can change your life. So I want to encourage you guys, do the work. You know you have an exam coming up. There is no excuses for failure. All of you had notice. You know the exam is coming. You know it's required. You know you can get credit to walk in your own footsteps for your own success. Do the work. If some of your girlfriends, boyfriends don't want to do the work, and they say, let's go hang out at the movies this weekend, don't do it. Don't waste 4 hours, 8 hours doing nothing. Sit down and do the work. Because when you graduate, you're going to know that it was worth it. Everything that you do will be worth it for your own personal success. Do the work.